Lincoln, Nebraska. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Huskers ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Rigby. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. You ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. They hope this guy will be a big part of the offense, Jacory Barney Jr. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. There's a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play to have the trainers look at him. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Rigby. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Here we go, ready. Go.
Might as well give it to him again. Maybe some room here. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Wants to throw on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Touchdown, Huskers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. Could be an alley. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Pulls it in. It's Brooks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Joseph. Caught close to the marker. It's Brooks. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. He turns that loose down the right side. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Huskers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's eyes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He wants to change this route.
Return. Here you go.
Looking to throw again. He finds a dead spot in the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air. It's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Joseph fires to the big fella. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Gets it to the back, and he's dragged down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Makes the catch, it's Barney. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He goes right back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Rule at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. That's caught. It's Barney. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. So now it's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Joseph on the play action. Pocket breaking down. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Gonna let it fly. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play, what do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
Breaks the tackle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Joseph fires into the end zone. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Badgers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Holly, thank you. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Dropping back, it's Calandria. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dupree. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Joseph. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Not a whole lot of yards gained on that one, but using the fullback as a weapon in the pass game can pay dividends.
Yeah, oftentimes we see fullbacks just kind of shoving their face into the fan. They're getting blocks. They're inside the tackles. This time they try to sneak him out, see if they can catch the defense slipping. It's a nice change-up play by the offense.
The Badgers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Calandria. That's caught. It's Hunter.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Cornhuskers have a lot of options on second and inches.
Ready. Red. Check, check. 19 fireball. 19 fireball. Go.
Back to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
The Huskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man, it's Barney. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Might be changing the route. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got a little grass. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Check, check, check. 1852 soldier. 1852 soldier. Slide, slide.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6.
Wide 53. Wide 53. Hydro. Go!
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Running inside, it's Dupree. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Badgers in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Dupree. Past the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Keeps it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Badgers now use their third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. The run inside. It's Nelson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
The kick is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Throwing Joseph. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. What a big penalty at this juncture in the game. All locked up, and they get called for the pass interference. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Goes right through his hands, falls to the ground, and they have also dropped this game as the clock strikes 0. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, David. They were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.